Hey guys, this is Lance Johnson, and my topic is bloggers receiving press credentials. First, I'm going to start with what is a blog. A blog is a frequently updated personal journal or diary. Primarily, they are found online and usually has either one topic in which the author explores. It could be food, fitness, cars, technology, electronics, things of that nature. So in a nutshell, a blog is a website that contains personal reflections, comments, hyperlinks, photographs, and sometimes videos. Since blogs are online, we do have to go back and tap into the first blog and how they came about. In 1967, the internet says hello to the world. Usenet in 1979 is born. Usenet was a decentralized community of discussion boards. In 1983, Robert Redman creates mod.ber, where he and his friends post about interesting things, to each their own. In 1989, Tim Berners-Lee invents the World Wide Web, and as we know, www, the handle that comes before everything else. Between 1992 and 1998, multiple websites emerged on the internet specializing in certain topics. Jorn Barger coined the term weblog. So that's when we start to see blogs poke their heads out on the internet. In 1999 through 2003, that's when platforms for blogging really picked up. LiveJournal, Diaryland, PTest, Blogger, Xanga, Movable Type, and WordPress. They are the most famous platforms for blogging, dominantly WordPress, Blogger, and LiveJournal. Also, the RSS, which is also known as the really simple syndication, was invented, which made it easier for people to subscribe to blogs. So should you have your own blog, if you notice those little things that look like a Wi-Fi symbol, that is the RSS. You hover your mouse over top, it will say RSS. Um, but blogging also has a twin. In 2004, videographer Steve Garfield creates and launches his own video blog. Makes you sit there and think for a second, like, wow, technology really plays a huge part in blogging. 2005, YouTube makes its debut. In 2005 through 2011, companies take advantage of uploading videos and ads to YouTube, especially for profit. Not just that, but also subscriptions. Subscriptions clearly mean that an individual is very, very interested in the content that they see. And since videos are more captivating than pictures and print nowadays, especially in 2018, subscriptions are detrimental. Again, in 2011, that's when video logging or vlogging became extremely famous. So what is a vlog? Again, it's the exact same thing as a blog. It's just a video. One's written, the other one's a video. Um, YouTube, again, is the home and epicenter of vloggers. That is where you'll see the majority of vlogs. Vlogs typically cover someone's personal life, again, just like a blog, and certain topics, things of that nature. But a little fun fact, in 2018, right now, there are about 1,300,000,000 users on YouTube. So we're going to touch on journalistic credentials. There are different kinds. There are general, government, and event credentials, and respectively, they become harder and harder to get as you go down the line. General press credentials indicate media or press with a picture of yourself and the company that you are contracted to on a badge. Government credentials will typically allow access to and beyond fire and police lines. Those two are definitely the hardest to obtain if you do not have the proper clearance. And event credentials pretty much speak for themselves. Something like a concert or a race, maybe, things of that nature. You can go do as you may. You probably won't get in for free, but those are the easier ones to obtain. So should bloggers obtain press credentials? This does include vloggers. Um, Logan Paul, he is a very famous vlogger on YouTube, has over 15 million subscribers. And he videos things of his personal life, his brother, his adventures or misadventures, things of that nature. He's very, very popular. He does have a bird, and his name's Maverick. Pretty cool little bird. I see him sometimes, but you know, that's what vloggers do. But he did mess up. In December 2017, Logan Paul went on vacation to Japan, and like any vlogger or blogger, he updated his social media and his YouTube vlogs regularly on his adventures overseas. Logan Paul and his friends ventured to Yamanashi Prefecture Forest at the base of Mount Fuji. There, a dead body was found hanging in a tree. Video shows the motionless corpse. The video was uploaded on December 31st, 2017 to YouTube and has been pulled down by YouTube since. The video also contained humor towards this apparent suicide, which was very, very obvious in the video. Logan and his friends were joking about the matter when suicide is surely not a joking matter. If a journalist was in this position, the video of the body would not have happened without consent. The face of the body would not have been shown. The local authorities would have been contacted before any form of video were to even be taken. A story would be made on something other than the body itself, like the high suicide rate in the area and the cause of the apparent suicide, but only with permission granted. This would also be taken seriously rather than how Logan Paul and his friends took it by making it a laughing matter. So, sharing the credentials. There are pros and cons to this. The cons is that is the lack of media ethics, and there's higher chance of making mistakes. Those are things that Logan Paul expressed when his video went viral on the internet to all of his subscribers, to all individuals who used YouTube and see his video. That's on its own. Limited area of expertise. Again, vloggers and bloggers tend to be very limited to one subject, and journalists have to be very, very versatile on all platforms. And the biggest con is a bias. Bias are things that journalists cannot have. Vloggers and bloggers are extremely biased. They will say, "Do this, don't do this. I like this, I like that." Those are biases you gotta stay away from. However, there are pros. Two pros that are very, very, very great are a definite increase in subscriptions. Should they have credentials to things that news reporters have, their stories would be awesome. Subscriptions would skyrocket, and again, that ties into the next point: access points. They'll have better stories. If someone has a sports blog and they don't have a media badge and want to go to the Olympics, sorry, you have very, very slim chance of doing that. But if they did have those credentials, that would be a great story for those who are into sports and the Olympics. So here's my opinion. Should bloggers have credentials? I'd have to say no. Leave the press credentials to the press. Although the reach to various parts of the world would be extensive should bloggers and vloggers have credentials, there are boundaries that need to be set. Journalists have a code of ethics, extensive training, and can operate on multiple platforms of print, broadcast, and interweb. A face and company can be placed on highly trusted information. Allowing a blogger to have the same rights is like allowing a hot dog vendor to drive the ice cream truck. Too much room for error. They serve the same purpose to feed the tummy, but they operate differently. Same with journalists and bloggers. Allow the bloggers to be bloggers and the journalists to be journalists. Allow the media and bloggers to be great at the things they do, which they already are. So let them be great and let them love their day job.